this is actually a redo because I was exporting this and then discovered and then found more information from KCAL. And a lot of those fires out in Los Angeles have been contained in like really high double digits. I'm going to skip that quest. I'm just on the wetlands run. It is today's news in Warcraft, which blends the fun and general inanities of World of Warcraft Classic played on a controller with the horrors of today's news. And yes, a couple of these fires are heavily contained, which is great news. And one is contained at and I mean like 50%, or I mean like high numbers. Like one is like 70-some% contained. Now the two most to worry about, one is at like 11% containment, and one is somewhere around 15, maybe 17% contained. I'm going off my recent memory, and my recent memory is not as good as it used to be. So there is hope. There is hope on the horizon. There are Mexican firefighters up there right now. Yes, from Mexico, helping with the wildfires. And I haven't heard of anybody from a red state coming in, but I'm sure they may very well exist. But I haven't heard anything about them. In other news, somebody had a civilian drone up in the air, and I'm willing to gamble for why. I'm willing to take a gamble on it. I'll tell you my theory in a minute. We'll see if it holds true, okay? But this drone ran into another aircraft that is designed to scoop up seawater and dump it on wildfires. Great job. Great freaking job there, dude. You just impeded fighting this. I don't know how long. You've allowed this to progress. You've allowed this to go on for however much amount of time that would have saved. And I really do hope you feel bad about yourself, but you probably don't. But I really do hope that you feel bad about yourself. And again, you probably do not. Sorry, I'm going to call this one as I see it. They probably do not. Now, as for the reason, I forgot to do my gamble here. I'm gambling on this. So this is a theory. This is not the law. This is not the law, okay? It can be disproven. So it's just my thought on the situation and what I believe it was about. These are not, at this point, about this drone story, okay? And I'm going to really reinforce this. These are not facts. These are my opinions. And opinions are like a-holes. Everybody's got one. Now, I think somebody was video recording the wildfires in order to get them YouTube views and those YouTube monies. I are smart. I are use our drone to get video for YouTube monies and views. And this is not the first time this has ever happened. Okay? Not the first time. There were hurricane people who stayed behind so they could get videos and make videos and generate content and try to make a profit off of that disaster. You should have evacuated when there was a chance. You willingly decided to stay. And I think they need to face social consequences for this, and they need ripped apart for it. It was my theory, my best guess for this is it was somebody who intentionally stayed behind to video the fire to get YouTube views. That's my theory. It's my best guess. Now, I can be wrong. I could be very wrong. Like I said, these are not being presented as a fact. These are being presented as opinions, okay? So please understand that. those were not being presented as facts at that point. The only facts of the situation is someone had a civilian drone up in the air, and it crashed into one of the scooper planes that go out and scoops up seawater to dump on a wildfire and help put it out. Those are the only facts of the situation. Now, the concept of it being for YouTube views or TikTok views, because, children all get their news from TikTok anymore, there's a problem in itself. I may have to bite the bullet and actually go on TikTok to see what passes as news over there and just start going off on it. That may be happening. Who knows? But in any event, I'm willing to bet that it was for that. Like I said, it's an opinion. Can't do much about it because I've even labeled it as an opinion. But we'll go and peruse CNN in just a second here. We'll go ahead and pick up this quest here, because that's the breadcrumb. All right, so we're going to stay on the road and run. Now I'm going to double check here at CNN, and then I'm going to go to KCAL too. The Palisades fire is moving inland toward Brentwood. There are strong winds. Again, it's just been the perfect storm of events for this wildfire. And it is wild, and there's 2 out of control and 2 relatively in control. I heard there was a spark that a new one. But it's been the perfect storm of events. Absolutely, because you had this long drought out there that I know y'all last time, I swear last time you got dumped on by rain, but with rain it was like when the 1800s. Now you've been in a drought forever and a day. And then you have these really strong winds that are going to do nothing but spread that fire out really quick. It's not there to blow it out like a birthday candle. It doesn't work like that. You'd have to have a really strong wind. People would be flying in the air over this one. You have the strangeness of some of the fire hydrants not working for whatever reason that was. And no, it wasn't because of the right-wing conspiracy theory involving Gavin Newsom. He doesn't have a tap over there to turn that off. Neither does Canada, by the way. And it's just an absolute perfect storm of events. And kaboom, here it is. Welcome to Wildfire Central. There have been 16 casualties from this. 16 so far. And that number is likely to go up. But again, I hate to harp back on that drone story, but everybody needs to keep an eye on social media right now, because I will guarantee you that person has already posted their drone footage of the fires. I'll guarantee you that. Start checking it out. It is out there. That truth is out there, and if my theory is correct, if my concept of a plan is correct, it's already been posted. So start searching right now. We need to be, as a community, doing the detective work and finding that drone pilot. And my idea is it was done for YouTube views or TikTok views. The videos are out there. Go and find them. We're going to make it over here to Menifee Harbor, and then I'm going to stop here, and there's a third story today. There is a third story coming up, and it's very adult. Well, yeah, it's not for kids. It's the first one ever. I'm going to have to say, you're going to have to sign in for this one. All right, we've almost made it. So I'll turn in the breadcrumb, and then I'll reset my hearth. Then I'll stop this and start a third. Okay? So you're not going to miss a second. I'm sorry about earlier. Like I said, this was a redo. I found new information that contradicted the report. So I stopped it, scrubbed it, and here we are. We start anew. Okay, so there is hope on the horizon for Los Angeles. Okay, we'll do that later. But yeah, if you live in LA, there's hope. There is hope for you all. Okay, there is a light at the end of that tunnel. I'm hoping we get to it really soon, but that idiot that did that drone, ooh, I'm still upset over that. I'm still upset over that person. And I'm telling you, if my idea is right, you need to start looking for it. If I'm right, the truth is out there. And if I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. Okay? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And like I said, it was my thought about it. It wasn't stated as fact. But if my theory is true, if my theory's holding true, the evidence is already out there in social media. So let's reset my hearth. Where is this? No, that's the trade person. Where's my innkeeper this time? I can't remember. Help me. No, they're in the kitchen, aren't they? Are they in the kitchen? Yeah, there you are. Ugh, silly me. Innkeepers change their positions all the time. All right, so for today's news and Warcraft, this is Ainann with Rory, the Bear Cub Cat. I wish you a great day and great gaming. Be right back.